One of the reasons to why companies decide to engage in servitization is to get an opportunity to achieve competitive advantage by improving the product offering and product functionality by adding services, since this has been seen as an enabler of increased sales and profitability. Companies have also realized that there are good marginals on service, and since that is the case, the importance of good relations with customers is likewise important. The fact that there are good margins on service has led to more and more competitors entering the market with offers to take over service and spare parts. In these cases, companies need to shift from focusing on selling a machine, for instance, to instead focusing on collaborating with their customers. Many companies used to earn most money on selling a machine and kind of hope for that one day it will break, and then we can make money on spare parts as well. But with this kind of focus, the relationship with the customer will not really tighten. So with a shift in focus, you can reach increased competitiveness through long-term relations rather than short-term ones. Shifting focus is not, however, an easy task. Companies need to make up their minds about should we sell outcomes rather than products, and what are the long-term implications of such a change. If you decide that, yeah, we will focus on outcome, be prepared that interactions will become very important. The interaction and resource integration between the actors, say for instance a service provider and a customer, have the ability to lead to improved competitiveness for all engaged actors. In our research, when studied remote services, we have found many examples on how the use of data from the customer can lead to value co-creation. Important though is the understanding that what creates value is not the technology per se, or the data that can be collected by advanced services, but what we are able to do with it. Focus should be on what competences and what skills that are available in the company. And depending on the degree of servitization that a company will adopt, the company's resources will need to be redeployed or reconfigured. Most likely, new resources may also be acquired or accessed. A servitization transition holds that the fundamental resources of organizations are knowledge and skills. And since human beings are the most important carriers of knowledge and skills, it means that with a service-centric approach, the most important resources for organization is the employees. In many organizations, the employees are deeply involved in co-creating value with the customer. It can, for example, be about the analyzing of data collected from an installed base. The important resource here is, of course, not the data per se, but rather the interpretation of the data, which is carried out by an employee with a specialized knowledge of making sense of the data and use it to improve the product's functionality and efficiency. As such, the data transmitted from the customer only have potential value, but it becomes valuable when an expert understands and makes use of it. So it is the knowledge and skills of the employee that is the prominent resource. This example of resource integration definitely has the potential to result in value co-creation, as value is created both for the customer, for example, knowledge about the production status of its machine, and for the manufacturing firm, such as obtaining feedback from R&D that enables learning and knowledge creation. In this way, both the firm's and the customer's competitiveness are improved by employees' knowledge and skills enabled by the advanced service. As always, knowledge is key to competitive advantage, and from a servitization perspective, knowledge about your customers as well as your employees' ability to make use of the knowledge are the enabler to success.